Hi everyone, from today we are starting a new series where I will be teaching you each and every component in this toolbox. Let's say in UI control you have all these kind of elements. So I will be teaching each and every element one by one, right? Similarly in data, I will teach everything, and in control, variables, and I will cover every component in the toolbox. And I will be preparing simple applications for you so that you can understand everything. So first of all, how to go to this app lab. So whenever you go to code.org, you will be redirected to this home page, and after that you need to do sign in. Currently, I'm signed in, and at the downside you will be having app lab. So whenever you click on the app lab, you're ready to prepare the project. Okay. So today we are starting this on event, right? We are starting this with the on event. So what is on event? On event is a code block where you can have these two inputs where you have to select the element for which you want to apply this on event, and the action for which you want to trigger this on event. Let me show you with the example. Let's suppose I have this button, and I want to perform the on event for this button, right? And for which condition you want to perform, like on the click you want to perform this code. So whatever the code inside this on event will be triggered on these conditions. Let's say I have to write on the screen. I have to write click on the screen, then this will be performed. So I'm clicking on the button. So whenever I'm clicking on the button, this code is running, right? So this code is running depending on the click. Okay. What is next thing? Next is this change. So whenever you are going to do change on the screen, let's say I want to perform for this slider. Let's say for slider you are going to do change. Then this uh, code will run inside whatever the code inside that function will be triggered. Let's say you want to do change, and the change, and for which element, for this slider. Let me run it for you. And whenever I'm changing this slider, a change is printing on the screen. And whenever you click on the button, a click will be run, right? Next is after the change, it is key up. So let's say you have on event and you want to write on the screen key up, key up, and for which you want to apply this, let's say on the button only, right? On the button. So I am whenever doing key up, sorry, let me do it for the screen, for the screen one. So whenever I'm pressing a button on the screen and leaving the button at that time this uh, key up will be triggered, right? So currently I have pressed the button, and at that time I'm leaving the button, this key up is been triggered, and the code inside this is have been executed, right? What is next? So next is this key down. So similar to key up, there is key down. If you let's say do it key down, then at the time of pressing of my this button, I have pressed the button, right? So at the time of pressing the button, this let me change it to key down, right? So at the time of pressing the button, this code will be triggered. See, I have pressed the button and at that time it is running. What is next? Similarly, you have key down and key press. So at the time of the key has been pressed, like this is in between the key up and key down, right? So whenever the button is being pressed, at the time this will be triggered. Next is mouse move, right? Whenever you move a mouse on the screen, at that time this will trigger. Mouse move. So I am moving the mouse. See, this is printing on the screen. Let me do it again. I am moving the mouse and this is printing. Right. Next is mouse move. Similarly, mouse move. We have buttons on the mouse also. So when you do mouse down on the button on the mouse, these functions will be triggered. And next is mouse over. Okay, and mouse over is applied, let's say, to the button. And whenever I am hovering the mouse over the mouse over the button, at that time this is printing. See, whenever I'm moving the mouse over the button, at that time this is printing. Okay, what is next? Next is mouse out. Let me introduce another component, that is text area. So this is text area, right? Now this mouse out is applied over this text area one. This is mouse out. So I have entered the mouse inside the component, right? And whenever I'm leaving the component, this the code inside this will be triggered. See again, I'm inside this text area, and whenever I'm leaving this text area, this mouse out is triggered. Okay, at the time of mouse has been out of this element. Now what is next? After the mouse out, we have an input. So let me introduce this text box, text input, right? You have on event and you have applied it to the text input, and whenever you do input on the text, this function is triggered. I will say input. Now whenever I'm doing input on this input text, now this function is triggered, right? See, I'm writing on the text box and text input, and this input code is running, right? So this is the function of on event. I hope you understood the on event completely, and on the next video we will understand this button and text input, text label, and all this, right? I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do subscribe, and we will meet on the next video. Thank you.